Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm with Willie Humbeck. Thank you, Willie, for joining me today.
Willie Humbeck, yeah.
Willie, people see you around Vergas, and you come into our businesses, and you always just bring such sunshine to our lives.
Well, that's my goal. The first thing in the morning when I meditate or pray, call it whatever, after that I get a wonderful feeling, and then I go out to make my fellow man happy, then I'm happy too. It's so simple.
It is a simple theory, isn't it? And
like many things in life are simple, but people like to make it difficult.
That's true. And so, I mean, you come in and the whole place just brightens up. So thank you for that, Willie.
Now is the moment where I still blush.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Willie, you did not, obviously with your accent and shows that, but you didn't grow up in America, did you?
No, I was 32 years old when I came.
Well, tell me how that all started. How did you get deciding to come to this great country of ours?
Okay, my only sister married an American, 1958.
Okay.
And 59 they left Germany, and he was a Minnesotan from St. Paul. Okay, and then they came a couple of times on vacation to Germany, back to Germany, and always working on us. Why don't you come over? and I said, why should I come where I live like a king, which I was.
You were very satisfied in Germany at that point,
very satisfied. But then once, when I was 9 years old, I had a book. I don't know where it came from, about the Americas, and North America too. Okay. So I was so fascinated, you know, was talking about the whole history before the white men came, how the Indians were living, and about the beauty, and there were pictures too. Okay. And I was so fascinated by the beauty and whatever. And I had a short daydream, you know, I thought to myself, man, that would be the country to be. 9 years old.
9 years old, you already had that idea.
We played Indian and cowboys too. You know.
What young boy and girl did.
Yeah. So, and then when they didn't stop working on us, then I was thinking of the book, and I said, okay, just like that. And in a short time, we gave everything away. Certain things we sold. But basically, we came with a suitcase, Margot a suitcase, and I a big suitcase. And we had still some money, and I left that in a German bank. Okay, America, here I come, man, oh man, you know. And yeah, we arrived on the 10th of May, the 10th of May we left.
Okay,
and we arrived at 9, yeah, we were on the ocean for 9 days. The reason for that was we had to take passenger from another ocean liner which had a defect.
Oh, okay.
And those people had to go to Halifax, Canada. So we brought those people up to Canada and then came down to New York. So the whole thing took 9 days.
And when you arrived in New York, it was wonderful.
Wonderful. I was so disappointed about the dirty, filthy, you know, where we arrived, the harbor. I couldn't believe it. And right away, I turned from up to down. And I said to Margot, boy, I said, if that's America, we will be back in a year. Eh? And here we are, 46 years.
46 years.
So I went through some hard times because it all was different than what I heard, totally different.
Well, once you got to Minnesota, things started to make sense,
yeah,
right?
As soon as we left, we had a hostess when we arrived. You know, we arrived 8 o'clock in the morning, and so we were there the whole day in New York. And she rented a taxi, and she showed us everything, whole New York. And it got worse and worse with me. Oh, and again, I said, no, I said, not for long, we'll be back. Then in the evening, we left, anyway, the airport, you know, by airplane to Minneapolis, and it still was some daylight. And I looked down, and the closer we came to Minnesota, oh, beautiful, all, you know, the trees and mountains.
And yes.
And then my mind changed again.
And then you were up again.
Yeah. Yes. So then we came landed, and
there you are. Well, Willie, we've got had an opportunity to visit with you about your time over in Germany. We're going to be showing that, and so I just so appreciate the fact that you are up and left that up all the time now. Well, Willie, take me back to what was it like growing up in Germany as a young boy?
During the 30s, now I have a good memory. I can go far back. When I was 3.5 years old, that was about June 1937, I catched all child diseases. And I had to learn walking again, but that means so I made it. But otherwise, that's one thing I remember. Otherwise, I had a wonderful life.
How did the war affect you over there?
The war, well, oh boy, that's a long story. The war started the 1st of September, 39. And I never forget that because that was my mother's birthday.
Really?
So my dad got drafted, and everybody, of course, at the time was for Adolf Hitler because Germany was suffering. They still had to pay for the First World War, and that means they were very poor. And when he got in charge, he started up building for the war. Okay. And that meant jobs for people, so things were going better, and that's why they all hailed him, you know. Well, anyway, the war started, and my dad got enlisted. First he was a, what do you call them guys, physical education, because he was a pretty limber guy, you know. He could walk on his hands and all.
Okay.
So and after that they put him in charge when the first prisoners came. As you know, Germany had invaded Poland and France, you know, so all those prisoners came and they put him in charge, not a Stalag, a little prison camp in Münsterland, which is the farming country of Germany. An old school building, you know, it was fenced in, so he supplied all the farmers with the prisoners. And then in 42, well, he was a smart guy. I don't know how he did it, but he managed to get out of the whole thing.
He did?
Yeah, no more uniform. He had a stomach problem, and I think that is what he was building on. I myself would say he wasn't really that sick, but he was sick, and I suppose he was a very smart guy. Anyway, he got out of it, and then he took care of us. And then already, then the air raid started 1942. During the night, the British came, and during the day, the Americans came, you know, and that was a terrible time. But like I said, it would take too long to detail that all. I make it short. So then by the end of October 1944, we left our hometown because they were making ready the Volkssturm, which meant everybody who could carry a gun, if you were 90 or 100 years old, and the Hitler Youth. And I was in the Hitler Youth at that time. See, you couldn't stay away from that, you know. When you were 10 years old, you joined the Hitler Youth. So they were making the Hitler Youth ready. They were 8-year-old kids in the Hitler Youth, not only 10 years, you know. So,
Willie, I want to hear more about this. I want to hear about when you were 10 years old. And so what we're going to do for you right now, though, is we're going to close out today's show, but will you agree to come back and tell us a little bit more what's going on?
Yeah, make a point there where I quit.
Okay, that sounds good. And so I know that all of you want to hear the rest of Willie's story here, and so make sure that you tune in next week for Vergas Show, and you have a good day in Vergas.